What is going on, guys? Back with another video in the freaking drift garage, and today we're gonna be painting the front lip that I just installed on my IS300. Yes, I know there's bugs on the front of my bumper. It's been raining like a bitch here for like a week straight. If you guys haven't seen the video of installing this front lip, there will be a link in the description, and probably you can click on it at the end screen of this video. So skip to the end of the video and click over there and you're good to go. So we're gonna be painting this front lip and I'm super excited. It's gonna look really sick. I got some color matched white pearl from Lexus and it's gonna look freaking sick. So we're gonna get to it, throw this car up on the lift and get this lip off the car. You might be wondering why I already had the lip installed on the car if I was planning on painting it, and partially because I didn't have the paint yet, partially because I was in a hurry, and the biggest reason being I wanted to let this front lip, since it came in just some cardboard box over there, I wanted to let it kind of sit on the car for a little bit, actually bolted to it, drive around, let the sun hit it and kind of heat it up and that sort of thing, since it is plastic. Because if the front lip was at all twisted or anything like that, I didn't want it to twist when I paint it and then crack the paint. So I was just trying to let it take the shape of the bumper, which I'd actually seen in another YouTube video on the front lip. So shout out to you guys if you're watching this video. That's where I got that idea and I really like it. So if you guys didn't see the install video, it kind of looks a little bit funny seeing the wood blocks on the front of the bumper without the lip on it. We basically, we use these little wood blocks because there's a little bit of space in between the bottom of the lip and the top bumper, obviously. So we just cut these to size and then drilled them to the bumper and then drilled the lip to this. I know it's wood, but it is pressure treat wood, so it shouldn't have any issues with the rain or anything. I know it's kind of weird to use wood on a car, but I mean, it's really cheap and it works perfect, and you know, nothing's gonna happen to it. It just looks kind of funny with all these pieces of wood just kind of sticking out from the bumper. Now that I got the lip off, basically all we got to do is just get it sanded, just rough it up, and then I'll show you guys my paint. This is oh shit, this is adhesion promoter. Basically that type of plastic you need some sort of basically adhesion promoter that will like chemically like get into that plastic, kind of break it down just a little bit so it'll like claw into it. Basically just think of it, I know that's a weird analogy, but it'll really grip into the plastic, and then the paint will stick to the adhesion promoter. Otherwise it'll just like fall off of there. Like, I don't know if you guys saw that Dude in Blues video recently on his Integra. They sprayed some like Mustang bumper with some air. Another body shop had painted it and didn't use something like this, and it just comes right off. If it's the wrong type of plastic, then the paint that you're using won't stick to it. So the way that you know that is you take some of your reducer, which is what I'm mixing with the paint that I'm using on the bumper. One of these is base and one of them's the pearl, but take your reducer, and if you can rub that reducer on the material that you're trying to paint, whether it's a lip or a bumper that's made out of polyurethane or whatever, if you take your reducer and rub a little bit on a rag and rub it on the bumper or whatever, if it gets sticky and it turns the rag a little bit black, then you don't need to use adhesion promoter because the reducer will actually bite into the lip itself, so it's fine, it's good to go. But mine didn't do that, obviously, so I have to use a special type of adhesion promoter. So I got my little makeshift, not paint booth, but little paint rig set up here. Pretty stoked with actually how good that turned out sitting on those sawhorses. It's gonna be super easy to paint that at that angle. I got the lip all sanded now. Just more or less just a rough scuff over the whole thing just to get the paint to stick a little bit better. If anybody's wondering too, I use 220 grit for this. So now that I've got the whole front lip sanded, wiped it down with some isopropyl alcohol and blew it off with the air blower. And now it's ready to just spray the adhesion promoter on it, which luckily that's just out of a can. I don't need to mix anything up, just spray it on real quick. So I just laid down the pearl coat and it looks, oh man, the spots that are good look really good, and the spots that are bad, well, oh well. I started thinking, I'll just show you guys. There's a little tiny, let me turn this fan off so you can actually hear me. If you're standing from back here, you can't even see it, but there's a little tiny bug that got flown right into the paint. I tried to scuff it off with like an X-Acto knife, which I don't know if that was a good idea or bad, but this might sound kind of funny right after putting fresh paint on a lip, but when I first got my car, there's some spots that I used touch-up. Freaking air compressor decided it wanted to take a dump on my audio, but now that that's done, there was some spots on my car when I first got it. Instead of using like real touch-up paint, they were really small and you couldn't really see them, so I was just like kind of experimenting, and I was 15 or 16 at the time, so it cut me a little bit of slack, but I used whiteout to touch them up, and to this day, like, it is insane how close it matches, which is weird, you know, because it's a pearl white on the car, but I don't know. There's some other spots that are more like visible that I use whiteout that actually just the other day I pointed them out to my friends. They didn't even know they were there. So this might sound a little weird, but my front bumper is kind of in bad shape. It's got like rock chips all over it. And I was actually a little bit worried that putting a freshly painted front lip on it with like fresh clear coat and all that would actually look really weird, because like the bumper's like not so great, and then like the lip, it would like contrast. If this paint job is like really good, except like a few things that make it kind of bad and like have like bugs in it that'll like either be fixed with whiteout or like a little chip in it, but then like the actual color of the lip is still matches the bumper, it might actually match the bumper better than if like some professional did it where it didn't have any imperfections. It might actually look like it's aged with the bumper, if you get what I'm saying. I'm not like trying to advocate like a shitty job or nothing, but I'm just trying to make the best out of what just happened to my lip and not get too uptight that, you know, it's whatever. I know I'm painting outside, I'm not painting it in a booth, so it's only gonna be so nice. I don't really know what I'm doing as far as painting stuff, so I feel like I have a general understanding, but I'm still like really new at painting anything automotive, so whatever. You know, you just gotta make the best of the situation. So there's a couple spots that are just kind of weird, but I feel like a little bit of whiteout will fix that all right up, and from 10 feet away it'll be good as new. Too bad I can't use the drift car excuse on the IS300 like I can the 240. Just that car, it's like, oh, something's bad on it, it's because it's a drift car, nobody cares. But IS300 is a little bit different story. So besides the bugs and like the little weird things about this lip, like the more it's on here and like as it's drying and I'm just looking at it up close and everything, like it doesn't really come through on camera just how awesome that pearl looks, but I'm really stoked on it. And this is without any clear. I'll show you guys the clear I'm gonna be using. My dad does like a bunch of artwork and stuff, and he's got friends that do artwork, and they weren't using this automotive clear, which is like a high-end, as far as I know, it's pretty high-end automotive clear. And he just got this from one of his friends that was gonna use it on an art project, but then decided not to. So we've had this stuff for a while, and it's got the hardener and like the real, like the actual clear. So it's like legit stuff. I put it on my cage and it looked really, really sick. I'm gonna be using that on the lip. That's the part where the lip might end up being like almost too nice, because this clear is like literally, it looks like water when it's, even when it's completely dry. So hopefully it doesn't like clash too much with my, you know, somewhat shitty front bumper. So just sprayed the first coat of clear coat, and holy crap, dude. I don't know how well the camera's gonna pick this up, but it looks insane. Like this part right here where the sun's hitting it, man, the camera's just not doing that justice. There it goes a little bit. It is so sick, dude. Man, it looks freaking gorgeous. I'm stoked. Freaking stoked. Yes. Man. So this is with 3 coats of clear coat on top of the pearl. And hopefully this is just doing it justice to just how insane this looks. It shouldn't even still be wet anymore, but it looks like it is. But yeah, it looks crazy. It's gotten really late tonight, and this is probably still a little bit too wet to be working with. So I'm just gonna put this clip with tomorrow morning, and I'll put this on. So this is the first time this has happened. I actually forgot to film an outro for that video and didn't realize it till I was editing it just now. So if I look a little bit different, it's because I actually filmed that video like a month or 2 ago before I'm filming this clip. So it's kind of like a little glimpse in the future, I guess you could say. But yeah, the lip came out super great. It's already on the car now. It's been on there for a little while. It looks amazing. So that video will come very, very soon. I'm gonna get started editing it probably right now, actually. But I have a lot of videos coming that you guys don't know about yet that are gonna be really, really sick. And I'll go ahead and give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. I got a wide angle lens. So there's some really sick stuff coming on the channel. If you made it this far on the video, thank you so, so much. We just hit 400 subscribers, which is like insane. It just keeps going up every day. I'm really stoked. So thank you guys so much for subscribing. If you haven't yet, you know, go ahead and down there and hit that subscribe button. I'll really appreciate it. And yeah, I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.